Championship Saturday here at the APP Sacramento Open. More than 1,200 players have all made their way to Roseville here in the suburbs. 250 plus pros and all of our 2025 gold medalists in action here in this tournament. Hi everyone, welcome into the booth here on Championship Court alongside Next Gen National Team Head Coach Chad Edwards and Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. Our women's doubles. Hi, everyone. Now we will welcome
That's us.
the booth. That's us. That was the matchup for the women's doubles. Chad Edwards, Dominic Catalano. I am Dorian Kraft. I was just so excited to talk about this matchup. I wanted to hear your thoughts because we have the top seed of Fudge and Braverman. They have taken golds to start the season, but facing a very difficult team in Susannah Barr and Bobbi Oshiro.
Yeah, and Barr and Oshiro are not a new pairing. They played together in 2024, so they're very comfortable. Again, we want to talk about Bobbi Oshiro and what she brings to the table. She has so many weapons in her arsenal. She can move that ball around. She has the strength on the forehand and the backhand side. But Barr is ever so consistent and is going to move that ball around and set Oshiro up.
It's a tall task when you're taking on Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman. They have been so solid to start the season.
Yeah, Megan Fudge, Jill Braverman, two of the best defenders in the game. They keep points alive that shouldn't be kept alive. And then again, very similar to what Howells and Monroe do, they play great defense and turn that defense into offense. Now, I think this is a matchup that could go 3 again. It's just going to depend on what offensively can Oshiro and Barr do.
Lots of defense points going to be at a premium and a lot of fantastic rallies. The sun is setting here in Sacramento. A little bit breezy, under 60 degrees, and we have got gold medals to hand out. The champions on court trying to make it yet another gold here in 2025.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
This is how the women's doubles bracket has played out to get to this point. Oshiro and Barr playing a very difficult semifinal in Emily Cedarquist and Yana Newell. Harrison Valdez giving Fudge and Braverman a little bit of test in game number 1, but ultimately advancing in straight games to set up this gold medal matchup.
Yeah, and in that semifinal with Harris and Valdez, where they kind of went on a little bit of run against Fudge and Braverman, is that they came out and they were the aggressors. Look for Oshiro and Barr to come out and be a little bit more aggressive here, try and push the envelope. Bobbi Oshiro, very capable of doing that.
And on the flip side, with Barr and Oshiro, it was closer in that semifinal, but they had two big leads in both games. And you had Yana Newell and Emily Cedarquist came back and really pushed them.
Side out earned quickly by Fudge and Braverman. They are in the pink and black at the top of your screen. Oshiro and Barr in the white and navy at the bottom.
Point.
That's something that you don't want to give Fudge and Braverman, and that is easy points with missed returns.
Yeah. Whoa! No. Not to Bobbi.
Bobbi Oshiro, one of the best overheads in the game, and you just saw why.
1-0-2.
They tap paddles.
Yes, they did.
They did.
Point.
Oh, we might get our first challenge here.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge for the
And
Yeah.
we'll get a quick challenge as the call on the
They were
court was out along the base.
adamant.
Susannah Barr, an immediate call.
Adamant that ball was in.
Yeah, and we'll get a quick look at it here.
Oh,
You know.
that was on that
Sorry.
corner. We didn't quite get a look at.
Our referees for this match, lead referee is Carol Manifold, tracking referee Diane Anderson, and Ken Schoonover is the video referee for this match. And it feels like, fellas, this review will set the tone for the course of this first game.
And they're quick. I think they already have the answer. But yes, I agree, Dorian. It will set the tone because, again, if this gets overturned.
That's in by a foot.
Yeah.
Even I could have told you that.
That one isn't even close.
You are on top of it.
We do expect this call to be overturned, as you can see there in the video review.
Braverman and Fudge were serving, correct, Dorian, on that?
Yes.
On two, so
On
it should
two,
be
so it
side
should
out.
be-
The call is overturned. The ball was in. No challenges lost. 3 challenges remaining. 3 challenges remaining. We will resume play at side out 0-1-1.
So 0-1-1 with Barr serving.
I will. One moment.
The players, the referee said, we'll resume play at 0-1-1, and I think all 4 players were looking,
Time in.
going, is that are you calling the score?
0-1-1.
Or are we going to go again?
A missed third there from Oshiro.
Yeah, body just falling away there for Oshiro.
0-1-2.
Didn't get enough extension through the ball on that one.
Good get.
Oh, defense from
Slapped away.
Oshiro.
And Chad, we talk about it all the time. Like when they start in the morning, especially here in California, it's cool. Ball travels fast. As it gets warmer, ball slows down. Well, now all of a sudden, it's cool again. So ball's going to play faster.
That
That
one's
one's
a little
slightly
wide.
wide. The temperature has dropped to 58 degrees here in Roseville in the suburbs of Sacramento. It is quickly falling.
1-1-1.
Wind still gusting now up to 24 miles an hour out of the southwest.
Which makes it feel even cooler.
It contributes to points just like that. It makes the ball float just a little extra.
Wow.
That ball
moved
like a foot. Didn't miss that one.
Second serve.
But what do you have to do for that? You have to stay on it longer, right? You have to really focus. And again, the bigger the swing, the harder it's going to make it.
And also not get stuck with your feet either. You got to.
Did you see that? We're right in line, right? With the booth and that ball.
Just
That
throwing
ball-
sliders out there.
It was like a Chuck Knobloch from second base to first, or ball's just moving everywhere. Or Phil Necro.
I was going to give you a Tim Wakefield, but okay.
Wakefield. I was going a little older, sorry.
Well, that's because you are older.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice drop there from Barr in the middle of that point. And then Oshiro steps up and applies the pressure. This one right here, again, you see the strength of Oshiro on that one-hand backhand.
2-2-1.
That time, Barr coming up a little bit short. And if you pay attention to Barr and Oshiro, they have a very unique communication. They answer each other when talking about whose ball it should be.
We noticed that earlier, Dorian, when we were watching them, right? Because what happens is, if Barr goes yours, Oshiro goes okay. And Dorian and I were watching them on our court earlier, and we're like, wow, that's very unique.
But it leaves no doubt about whose ball it should be.
Right.
Is that one through the middle? Braverman can't make the pickup.
It's like having a full conversation on court. Chad and I are like, no.
No. Too much thinking.
Yeah.
2-2-2.
Good hands from Barr there to get on top. Put it lower for Braverman into the net to force the side out.
2-2-1.
Oh.
And there's miscommunication.
Well, and it was just the move there from Barr. As soon as she started moving, then Oshiro stopped.
2-2-2.
Oh, that's such a good poach from Bobbi Oshiro.
We have seen Oshiro dialed in since returning to tour.
A little shake and bake action off the drop.
3-2-2.
Barr can't get the crawler over the net.
Yeah, good move there from Braverman, getting on top, keeping the pressure on.
2-3-1. Point.
3-0.
Good attacks there from Fudge and Braverman. They just stayed on the attack right there.
Yeah, and we've seen Fudge do that a couple of times now,
3-3-1.
directly down the line. She did one on Oshiro, this time on Barr, going right into the body.
Deep return from Barr. Braverman coming up a little bit short on the third.
Off the paddle, I thought that ball was going
3-3-2.
long from Barr on the return, but died at the end.
Barr with a nice spot there.
Well, and that's where we've seen one area that's a little susceptible as far as Fudge and Braverman is that middle.
Why is it susceptible?
Both of them are left side players. They're still getting used to that, even though they've played a few tournaments together right now. They're getting used to that communication there.
Ooh, Braverman doesn't miss that ball right there. She did a good job. Barr pulled her wide, then Braverman steps back in the middle immediately to that forehand. She's not going to miss that very often.
Second serve.
Good spot right there from Megan Fudge.
Four, 3-2. Point.
It's just a couple of uncharacteristic miscues here from Braverman.
You with the because the Bobbi Oshiro drive right there and the dig from Fudge.
Yeah, such shape.
But the dig from Fudge was incredible.
I was going to say, I think the full shot from Fudge was more impressive than Oshiro's drive.
Yeah.
That was a very good drive from Oshiro, though.
How quickly does defense turn to offense?
Yeah. Well, and it's a good ball there from Braverman. Ties up Barr. This one right here goes in between the feet. Barr stuck with the forehand, ends up popping it up.
Oh, a little inside-out sneakery from Barr.
And that's where she can be creative, right? If she can go those inside-outs, and that's where Braverman and Fudge, you have to guess that, where she's going with that ball.
Susannah Barr finding all the right spots right now on Jill Braverman.
Yeah, Barr just taking a hacks right there. As soon as that ball popped up, loads the two-hand backhand and rips it right into that right hip of Braverman.
Susannah Barr has one of the more unconventional games on tour, and it's one of the reasons why she's so difficult to play against.
I like Jesse taking hacks, right? It's like getting in the cage. Hey, let's figure something out here.
You got nothing.
Right?
Nothing to lose right now. Go hard. Can always dial it back a little bit.
Oh, that was the right ball for Oshiro to step across. She just didn't execute.
But it was a hesitation with the take back. So she started moving, and you'll see her move here and then take back a little too late. Needed to be loaded as soon as she stepped over.
That one's not coming back.
Let's go! Come on!
3-5-2.
That's a good job by Braverman, right?
Yeah.
She gets big in the middle right there, takes over.
4-5-2.
Oh.
All three of us
went, oh, because Oshiro's overhead was going deep. Braverman put a paddle on it.
I just don't think she could get out of the way, right?
Good ball there by Barr, sliding it through the middle.
Oh,
yeah.
Oshiro stepping
Bobbi.
across to end it.
Zero hesitation there.
Oh, no. And you'll watch as soon as she moves,
6-4-1.
right here, load, fire.
Ooh.
That's actually a really good spot there from Fudge as far as it being a little bit more elevated.
Correct.
Because Oshiro is going to slide and she's looking for that kind of waist high to armpit high ball to counter on. Being above the shoulders there, she can't get on top of it.
You elevate that ball to Susannah Barr, and it is not coming back.
Not getting cheated on that forehand right there.
Largest lead of the game for Oshiro and Barr.
7-4-2.
Big serve there from Barr.
And the bigger serves is something that Susannah Barr has purposely been going after here in the later stages of this season as we have a timeout on court. Oshiro and Barr up by 4.
At AARP volunteer and community events, they'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Susannah Barr and Bobbi Oshiro leading 8-4 in game number 1. They have ripped off 5 straight points, forcing Fudge and Braverman to take a timeout.
Tie in. 8-4-2.
And it's been the aggressive play of Oshiro and Barr that have paid dividends.
Well, that one-handed flick from Bobbi Oshiro, we talked about it in mixed, Chad. You mentioned it, is that you don't see it a lot from the women, and Bobbi Oshiro has it.
That's a good spot there from Braverman.
Forces the side out, but not before Oshiro and Barr are able to build a 5-point lead.
4-9-1.
Might come. Oh. I thought it was coming back.
I know.
Braverman's asking, where's that gust of wind when I need it?
Yeah.
4-9-2.
Good control there from Barr. We have seen her occasionally miss those elevated forehands with overhitting it.
Ooh. And then nails Braverman right in the bicep. Right now, Oshiro and Barr taking aim literally and figuratively at the top seeds. Susannah Barr just going after it. Game point.
We said Oshiro and Barr needed to come in and play aggressively, and that's what they've done.
Braverman can't make the pickup. Game number 1 goes to Barr and Oshiro, 11-4. They are looking to knock off the top seeds here in Sacramento.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Oshiro coming out with a point to prove. They take game 1, 11-4.
Well, and we said that Oshiro and Barr had to come out and play aggressive. They did an excellent job moving the ball around, but as soon as they created the opening or the opportunity of that elevated ball, they did not get cheated on any of their swings. They're coming out, putting pressure on, playing aggressive, and not even allowing the wind to really affect their play at all because they're going after these balls so intensely.
I like how you put it, Chad. They took the wind out of play.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a big thing. Stop thinking about it and just play.
It'll be Fudge and Braverman to serve first here in game number 2. Braverman and Fudge have won the first 2 golds of the 2025 season in Fort Lauderdale and Daytona Beach. They get the first point here.
Good ball movement there from Fudge. Went behind Oshiro a couple of times and then back into Barr.
That's a good spot right there from Braverman. She just kind of 60% hits this ball and creates a downward angle to it in the middle.
So solid response here for Fudge and Braverman in game number 2. 3 straight points. pickup.
Oh,
Didn't get the second, though, side out.
That pickup from Fudge on the sideline, my goodness. This ball's behind her. Oh.
0-3-1.
Oh, that's trouble.
Yeah, got off-footed, did Barr right there a little bit.
0-3-2.
Oshiro just got stuck in the mud right there. You saw just one big lunge. Excellent ball there from Braverman, being aggressive with that cross-court dink.
3-0-1.
Oh. Oh. No.
Oh. Oh. Just
That's incredible gets there from Braverman and Fudge. In pure scramble mode here, but Bobbi, she doesn't even hit that ball.
Nah, just a little nonchalant right there. Almost cost them the point.
Typically, you see Oshiro put that away.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Braverman and Fudge being the aggressors.
Well, now what's happening too is that this ball is going in between the body of or in between the feet of Barr, but the wind is also pushing it into the body more, so she's struggling a little bit as far as popping the ball up.
So for me, what it is you have Braverman and Fudge are dictating the dinks, right? They're dictating the movement first. In game one, it was Barr and Oshiro that were dictating the movement.
Finally able to force the side out. Is the ability to dictate the point more based on side or just style of play right now?
I think it's style of play right now, but also, too, there are no third shot drives from Fudge and Braverman. Braverman's hitting pretty much all the thirds, and she's dropping everything.
Fudge can't make the pickup as Barr and Oshiro get on the board.
Well, a better ball there from Barr as well. She created a little bit more separation. She is stepping back quite a lot. At that time, step back quicker to keep that ball further out in front. Yeah.
I honestly think that.
Oh, we're gonna.
Challenge.
Fudge just walked off knowing that they were going to challenge.
I think the ball Fudge played on the
I thought
sideline
so
was
too.
out. I think she was very generous on the sideline to play that ball, but we can't see this one because we're back here.
This one I'm saying right now is even further in than the previous ball that they called out.
So another video challenge. Oshiro and Barr challenged a point early in game number one. They won the challenge. Let's take another look
Right,
here.
yeah. That is...
Oh, that's well in.
I think, Chad, you're right. I think it's more in than the other one.
Over once again will be called into action here in game number two.
Again, when we talk about this as players, right, that ball's punished, and it's going past you. And it is honestly, I do not think they're trying to cheat anything, but as that ball goes past you, you're looking at it and going, oh, that's out, right?
Well,
and
also
you have the
with a challenge system. So.
Correct. We have the review system. It's perfectly fine. They're going to challenge it. They get a call right.
So Oshiro and Barr now have won 2 challenges in the match, and so they are on serve, trailing 2-5-1.
One moment. Susannah serving with 2. Here we go. 2-5-1. Second serve.
Good read from Braverman after Barr tries to go inside out forehand.
2-5-2.
Catching Barr just a little bit in the hip as she pulls it into the net.
Yeah, just a little jammed up right there. So then it comes out flat, no roll.
There it is again, right? Braverman, perfect drop. There is no rush on the third right now. They're just willing to say, hey, we're going to get to the kitchen line. We don't need to force anything.
6-2-1.
Read from Braverman.
Right now, Braverman doing work on the left.
Yeah, Braverman's moving that ball around well, as well as Fudge, but Braverman's hit a couple of really good spots there on Barr.
Six-point lead for the top seeds.
Again, the defense there of Braverman, something she's been working on as far as bring that paddle out further and just focusing on the hand movement. It's allowed her to be faster on the combinations.
And then a missed return compounds the issue as Braverman and Fudge cruising in game 2. Missed return brings up game point. Barr and Oshiro content to let this ride. Ooh, with a little extra emphasis, we'll go 3. Fudge and Braverman take game 2. 1 game left.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
Our women's doubles gold medal match sees the return of the top seeds, Jill Braverman and Megan Fudge, taking on Susannah Barr and Daria Walczak.
Trying to make something happen, I understand it. There's nobody home on the backside then.
ATP from Braverman brings up game point. One-way traffic here on Championship Court of Pickle. Another well-executed ATP from Braverman. Braverman and Fudge had no right to win that point. Championship point number 3. Braverman and Fudge golden once again here in Daytona Beach. Megan Fudge, Jill Braverman trying to make it 3 straight golds to open up the 2025 season. Susannah Barr, Bobbi Oshiro took game 1. 1 game left to decide our gold medal here in our women's pro doubles. Unfortunate start for Barr and Oshiro.
Yeah, a little unlucky with the net cord, but a good adjustment there from Braverman.
spot there from Oshiro, and those are the type of points that we saw back in game number 1 from the pair.
Yeah, that's a good read by Oshiro. In the middle, reading that speed up. Oh, Braverman trying to steal that in the middle. I think if she lets that bounce, Fudge reset that, but again, in the moment, it's quick, it's there.
Fudge can't make the pickup as Barr and Oshiro on the board first here in the third.
Nice aggressive roll there from Barr. Good footwork. Fudge tried to rush that forehand just a little too much there.
Too much from Barr.
Yeah, laid it back, right? Paddle head is back, and we talk about don't lead with the elbow.
1-0-2.
That's exactly what she did. Ball sails long.
Oh.
She stood up.
Or she just hesitated. Everything slowed down right there. That's a ball that Oshiro just needs to explode through.
Two-hander. Just come in and rip it.
But we've seen it time and time again where you give Fudge and Braverman opportunities. Like, if you have an opportunity to finish a point or to be aggressive or anything, you have to take it. Because otherwise, Fudge and Braverman are going to flip it on you.
What is it? Give him an inch, he'll take a foot?
Yeah.
Mile. Great spot there from Barr. She was relentless at the line.
The biggest grunt was the slowest hit ball. The inside out.
Oh, nice catch.
Nice get.
Braverman is the reset queen for a reason.
It's just unbelievable points and defense right there. I did not think Fudge was going to get that ball, that dribbler off the tape.
But also the setup here on this aggressive roll, this one, it stretches Barr out, creates the pop-up, and then Fudge is aggressive into the body of Oshiro.
Aggressive put away by Oshiro to force the side out.
Well, good two-hand aggressive dink in the middle from Barr right here. Sets that up. All off balance.
Point.
I think that ball continued with the wind right there. Braverman set her feet, and then it kept going toward Fudge, and she just kept trying to reach for it.
2-2-1.
So that's a key too. We talked about that earlier today. Is when the wind's blowing like that, footwork is the key.
3-2-1.
Barr stepping up, and again, this is the type of game that we saw Oshiro and Barr play in game number 1.
Well, and they've got the wind behind them right here, and it's interesting because the difference between the men's game and the women's game, the men are more aggressive into the wind. The women are more aggressive with the wind.
What a drop there from Oshiro. A little two-handed backhand drop. Are they going to take a timeout before the end change? They are.
They are going to take a timeout as Barr and Fudge have opened up a 3-point lead. Going for the three-peat. It wasn't looking good in game number 1.
No, and Barr and Oshiro came in, and they were aggressive from the end that they're at right now. They're hitting with the wind. They were moving the ball around, creating some pop-ups, going hard into the body of Braverman, hard at the feet of Fudge as well. So, you know, the change between game 1 and game 2 came, I honestly think right now it's coming down to the wind conditions.
And game 2 was a flip of the script right here for Braverman and Fudge. Braverman took over. She dropped everything. She was patient, and then both of them looked to speed up and bring the aggressiveness to Fudge and or Barr and Oshiro before they could get it. And so that's how we ended up tied at 1 game apiece.
It really speaks to what Oshiro and Barr have been able to do, that Fudge and Braverman are willing to take a timeout 1 point away from the end change, which has a built-in timeout to it.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oshiro, are you kidding?
That point was kind of chaotic and off balance for everybody.
Everything was off balance right there, but Oshiro was like, excuse me.
Wow.
I'm just going to block that back behind you.
And that sends us to the end change with Oshiro and Barr leading 6-2, still on first server, fellas.
That's unbelievable. That's basically right here, just Bobbi Oshiro's paddle getting hit, and the angle was already set. It's like, we'll take it.
Now Fudge and Braverman with some work to do if they want to defend their gold medal, trailing by 4. Oshiro and Barr more than halfway to taking the championship here in Sacramento. What do Fudge and Braverman need to do if they want to make it 3 consecutive golds?
Braverman needs to get big right here.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see Fudge and Braverman become more aggressive now with the wind behind. They're going to be able to move that ball around and really put some pressure on Barr and Oshiro with those aggressive dinks.
Oh, that's such a good counter there from Megan Fudge. And that's a huge hold right there on that first serve. Oh, that died.
Barr right through the middle, held it on the paddle to the last second.
Yeah, the body just moves to the left, holds it on the paddle, slides it back the other way. Makes it look like she's going to hit it as hard as she can.
Oh, that's such a good spot right there from Braverman. She's like, enough of this. I'm just going right at the body, and we're going to see what happens.
Able to force the side out.
2-7-1.
Ooh. Good talk from Fudge right there. Good communication. Let that ball go.
3-7-1.
Here's where you don't want to let a team like Fudge and Braverman back in. You don't want to give them any momentum right here.
Oh, that's a good
what
ball
a
there.
dink from Barr. You could not have placed it any better.
Well, the ball sat up a little bit more, too, and you see Barr saying, you know, that ball's blowing in. She steps back, gives herself some separation. Accelerates through.
Lands out, so what Barr and Oshiro were not able to do was get the defensive stop in game number 2.
And you hear Bobbi Oshiro, no.
Susannah Barr does have a habit of hitting maybe the most out balls on tour.
Came to play.
Oh, and again.
Hit it again.
Oh, wow. What a get.
Braverman.
Braverman, full extension. Not only gets it, but gets it back well.
7-4-2.
Braverman getting Oshiro in the body, and if they are able to pull out this match, that defensive play at 7-4-1 by Jill Braverman may be the difference.
Agreed. That's the first drop in 3 games that she's missed. She's money with it.
I'm surprised that ball died, too, though. Off the paddle, it looked like it was going to be a good draw.
With the wind of the back, too, right? Yep.
Missed return pulls Fudge and Braverman within 2.
5-7-2. Foot fault. Push off right foot.
Oh, what a foot fault from Barr. It's a 1-point game.
Usually you see the push off on a full overhead right there. Yeah, Barr goes
100%.
right foot.
Right call.
Yeah, it's in. Bobbi turned to give a paddle tap to Barr right there.
Holy cow.
And it hits the net right here. Tap it. Yeah, we got it. Nope. It's going to dribble over. That ball literally climbed up and over the net court.
What a turn of events as Oshiro and Barr take a timeout. Fudge and Braverman have erased a 5-point deficit to tie it at 7 apiece. And so a great defensive play, and then your Oshiro, you hate to call that a mental miscue, but
it is.
Play until the point is absolutely over.
Yeah, that's tough right there. What a dig from Fudge.
Yeah, credit Megan Fudge for getting that ball back.
Yep.
Absolutely, 100%.
7-7-2. Time in. 7-7-2. And another foot fault on Susannah Barr. Fudge and Braverman taking the lead.
Yeah, that's a costly error right there. Left foot again.
Braverman teed it up. Braverman teed it up. She was all over it. She's like, please speed it up. She did.
7-8-1.
Patience pays off for Susannah Barr.
Ball movement from both teams right there.
That's
Fudge and Barr moving these balls around, and just a little too high there from Fudge.
So when Oshiro hits that, she's got to take a step to the middle. But the problem is that if she does and Braverman sees it, Braverman's going to roll that hard cross court. So it's pick your poison.
Cleaner put away by Oshiro as they retake the lead.
How Braverman, what a dig. But Oshiro almost gets hit in the body here.
Yeah,
I don't know how she gets a paddle on it.
Off the handle.
What a sequence.
9-8-2.
Brings up championship points.
I'm going to say this right now.
What?
Barr and Oshiro need to close it out right now.
good.
Chad, I don't disagree with you.
Neither
Are they on 2?
They are on 2.
They are on 2.
Have to.
There's no doubt about it, right? When we talk about it all the time, you give Fudge and Braverman an opportunity to come back. We've seen it through 2024, here in 2025. You give them an opportunity to come back. They're not going to give you too many opportunities to close up.
Give them an inch, take a foot. Give them a foot, take a mile. And that's exactly what Fudge and Braverman will do if you do not close it out here.
Championship point, 10-8-2.
10-8-2.
Set by Oshiro, the lob, and the put away as she and Susannah Barr are golden in Sacramento.
Wow. That to end it on a lob? Unbelievable. It was money there in the third.
They are golden, and we will hear from them next here on Championship Court.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
At the Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand-forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home, consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Because she played terrible. Your Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match, Chad. It's championship point, another lob.
Yeah, perfect lob there from Oshiro. And then a little absorption volley. Fudge can't come back and get that. Barr and Oshiro came in with the game plan. Move that ball around. Be aggressive. Put the pressure on. They take it in 3 games, and they're courtside with Dorian Croft in our post-match interview.
Thanks, fellas. Bobbi, Susannah, congratulations taking home the gold here in Sacramento. We really saw you guys come out in game number 1, being aggressive, picking your spots, and just going after it. What was the game plan going up against Megan and Jill?
At the end of the day, they're great competitors. So, hopefully we have a lot of great battles, this upcoming year. But, going into this match, we want to be mentally strong. We want to get into patterns that we favored and that we saw in past matches, and then execute from there.
Well, Susannah, you and Bobbi have played together so often, and we have just seen you guys continue to get better. I know Sacramento also has a special place in your heart. Where have you seen yourself and you and Bobbi grow over the course of your careers?
Yeah, we're just continuing to have a lot of fun and trusting each other for sure. And it's nice that we can both play both sides of the court. And, we make an error and we just laugh it off. So that's great.
And Bobbi, I think Susannah's lobs are rubbing off on you a little bit, because you end that with the lob. We've seen you throwing it up over the course of this tournament. What did you see there on that last point that made you say, you know what, I'm going to go for the lob right here?
So we had a long point there, a lot of dinking battles, and I'm like, you know what? Where we have match point, I gotta throw it up because they're taking all my dinks out of the air. So let's just see what happens. Throw it up there, and you know, really like I've been practicing my laws for a long time, and you know, I like to take pages out of people's book, and I took the law out of Susannah's book. So really happy to be able to end that way.
Well, we may start calling her the lob queen if she continues to throw it up. Earns you guys the gold medal. Congratulations, Bobbi Oshiro, Susannah Barr, taking home the gold in women's doubles.
Well, Chad, Barr and Oshiro golden again. I mean, it was a great match, though. Good three-game match again.
Yeah, and they definitely came in with the game plan, and you heard Oshiro there, that they played to their strengths. Congratulations to them for gold here in Sacramento. We'll take a quick break. Be back here at the APP